So today I'm going to show you the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, but this time I've drawn pictures to help me tell the story. So let's get started. Once upon a time there was a boy called Jack who lived with his mum in a very tiny cottage. Jack and his mum were very poor, so one day Jack's mum told him to go to market and sell their cow, Daisy. Jack walked all the way to market until he saw a very strange man shouting, "Come and buy some magic beans." Jack thought really hard about what to do, and he decided to swap Daisy the cow for not one, not two, but 3 magic beans. When Jack got home, his mum was so cross. She took the magic beans, she threw them out of the window, and she sent Jack straight to bed. The next morning when Jack woke up, he looked out of his window and he saw a huge beanstalk, an enormous beanstalk. So he decided to climb up. He climbed up, up, up all the way until he reached the clouds. At the top of the clouds, there was a huge castle, an enormous castle. So Jack decided to sneak inside. When he got inside, he spotted some golden coins. Thought Jack. He remembered that him and his mum were very poor, so he decided to take the golden coins. He took them under his arm and he snuck out of the castle and back down the beanstalk. Suddenly, he heard the sound, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." Jack climbed faster and faster until he reached his mum. His mum was delighted. So she sent Jack back up the beanstalk. Up, up climbed Jack once more until he reached the castle. This time he went back inside and he saw a hen. This wasn't an ordinary hen. This hen was laying golden eggs. So Jack decided to take the golden hen and the golden egg and he snuck back down the beanstalk once more. Suddenly he heard the sound again. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." Jack climbed faster and faster and faster until he reached his mum. Jack's mum was delighted and she decided to send him back up the beanstalk once more. Up, up, up climbed Jack until he reached the castle. Jack decided to sneak in one more time. This time, Jack saw a beautiful harp playing beautiful music. Jack took the golden harp, tucked it under his arm, and he snuck back down the beanstalk once more. Suddenly, Jack heard the sound, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." But this time, he looked up and he saw a giant climbing down the beanstalk too. It was a huge giant, an enormous giant. Jack climbed faster and faster until he reached the bottom. Luckily, Jack's mum was ready with an axe. She passed it to Jack, who chopped down the beanstalk, and suddenly it began to tumble down with a great big crash. The giant fell down too and was never to be seen again. Jack and his mum lived happily ever after with all the things that they had found in the giant's castle, and they were never poor again. They had a hen that laid golden eggs, They had lots of golden coins and they had a beautiful harp that played the most wonderful music. And so they lived happily ever after. So this is my story map that I used to tell the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. We've had a go at drawing story maps at school before, so maybe you could have a try at home, either on your own or with a grown-up. Or you could just choose a few favourite parts of the story and draw pictures to go with those parts. Why don't you have a try? And you could even challenge yourself and see if you can write parts of the story too. I can't wait to see your lovely pictures and your writing. Bye!